शरणं जय शिवा
जय शिव शरणं शरणं जय शिवा
श्रीकृष्ण शरणं शरणं श्रीकृष्ण
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 जय दुर्गा शरणं शरणं जय दुर्गा
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 गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश
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 गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश गणेश शरणं शरणं गणेश लो मेरी पुकार, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार ओ बाबा, सुन लो मेरी पुकार। काजल भगवत प्रेम का नैनों में रूता, कंचन भक्ति की माला हो प्रभु सुमिरन का। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम। नैनों को बसा सजली है हरि दर्शन किया, प्यास लगे जब धन्य को प्रभु जल ही होता, कानों में जब भी मिले हो सत्संगी सा, कंकन भक्ति की माला हो प्रभु सुमिरन का। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम। हाथों को जब भी मिले प्रभु चरणों की फूल, हाथ करे चरणों की सेवा, माँ के चरणों की धूल, प्रीत करो प्रभु भक्ति से, ये तो सच्चा हाथ। कंकन भक्ति की माला हो प्रभु सुमिरन का। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम। काजल भगवत प्रेम का नैनों में रुदा, कंकन भक्ति की माला हो प्रभु सुमिरन का। बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम, बोलो राम जय जय राम, बोलो राम सीताराम।
विप्रधेनु सुर संत हित लीन्ह मनुज अवतार, निज इच्छा निर्मित नु की माया गुण गोपार। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, तिनके कहूँ न दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, तिनके कहूँ न दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, तिनके कहूँ न दुखायस केरे। प्रहलाद भक्त को दारागिन में रोमन एक जला यश केरे। प्रहलाद भक्त को दारागिन में रोमन एक जला यश केरे। रोमन एक जला यश केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, दीन के कौन दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, दीन के कौन दुखायस केरे। गज को पकड़ को ग्राह ने खींचे, नहीं जल बीच डूबा यश केरे। गज को पकड़ को ग्राह ने खींचे, नहीं जल बीच डूबा यश केरे। नहीं जल बीच डूबा यश केरे। नहीं जल बीच डूबा यश केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, इनके कौन दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, इनके कौन दुखायस केरे। द्रौपद सुता की बीच सभा में, रचन लाज उठा यश केरे। द्रौपद सुता की बीच सभा में, रचन लाज उठा यश केरे। रचन लाज उठा यश के, आई रचन लाज उठा यश केरे। ब्रह्मानंद जो हरि गुण गावे, ब्रह्मानंद जो हरि गुण गावे, सो निर्भय पद पायश केरे। नारायण नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, दीन के कौन दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, दीन के कौन दुखायस केरे। नारायण जिन ये परिपालक, दीन के कौन। जता मुकुट सुर सरित शिरा, लोचन लीन विशाल, नीलकंठ लावण्य निधि की सोहबाल विधुबाल। आई बम भोला शिव शंकर कैलाश के बासी, कैलाश के बासी। देखो गौर वदन लिए संग सती निज दासी। देखो गौर वदन लिए संग सती निज दासी। बम भोला शिव शंकर कैलाश के बासी, कैलाश के बासी। देखो गौर वदन लिए संग सती निज दासी। नंदी वैर पर बैठे शंभु अविनाशी, शंभु अविनाशी। ओ नंदी वैर पर बैठे शंभु अविनाशी, शंभु अविनाशी। दम दम रू बजावत भैया ओ दुख सुख बासी। डम डमरू बजावत भैया ओ दुख सुख बासी। बम भोला बम भोला शिव शंकर कैलाश के पासी, कैलाश के पासी। देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी, देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी। जब लाश किए प्रभु देखे क्षेत्र बेनासी, क्षेत्र बेनासी। जब लाश किए प्रभु देखे क्षेत्र बेनासी, क्षेत्र बेनासी। नर ज्ञान भरत भे योगी जता सुख ज्ञानी, नर ज्ञान भरत भे योगी जता सुख ज्ञानी। बम भोला शिव शंकर कैलाश के पासी, कैलाश के पासी, कैलाश के पासी। देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी, देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी। शिव दर्शन बिन नैनो भरे गए प्यासी, भरे गए प्यासी। ओ शिव दर्शन बिन नैनो भरे है प्यासी, भरे गए प्यासी। जो दया करे शिव शंकर पति जम फांसी, जो दया करे शिव शंकर पति जम फांसी। बम भोला शिव शंकर कैलाश के पासी, कैलाश के पासी, कैलाश के पासी। देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी, देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी। देखो गौर बदन लिए संसती निज दासी। प्रेम से बोलिए श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सकल पंच की जय 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 सीताराम। Dear devotees, on behalf of the Mandir, once more I take this opportunity to extend to you and those yet to come a most cordial and a special welcome. We are blessed this evening once more. Thursday night we normally assemble here for satsang, but tonight is Purnima or full moon, and as one of the issues of the Mandir, we observe the Purnima Brat Katha, which is tonight. So on behalf of the Mandir, a most cordial and special welcome. We are all blessed by the grace and mercy of Bhagavan Shankar and Bhagavan Satyanarayan. A special welcome to all those who join with us, both nationally, regionally, and internationally, on our Facebook page, streaming live by members of the Sandagar Hindu Youth Group, led by Rishon Bizai, from the Sandagar Hindu Temple, branch number 67 of the SDMS of Ojo Road in Sangre Grande, Trinidad, West Indies. Devotees joined with us all over the world here at the Sandagar Temple. It is also streamed live also on YouTube, right? So a special welcome to all those devotees who joined with us. Tonight we want to specifically acknowledge our Shrutas this evening, Rishi and Sharon, my godson, as they take this opportunity to avail themselves in the worship of Bhagavan Satyanarayan, very devoted devotees. We thank them for their sponsorship of Parsad and meals tonight, that our monthly Brat Katha could have taken place. So with this, we say, God bless you all both. Again, members of the Kirtan Mandali for rendering beautiful bhajans. Again, that is nothing strange. They're always there to give support to the mandir. Bhagwan, blessings to all. So devotees, tonight is Purnima. We also come to the end of the month of April. Okay, the new month of May will start. May month is an important month in the Hindu calendar. Why? It is called Indian Heritage Month. When our forefathers on the 30th of May, it will make 181 years since our forefathers came to this part of the world. And that's why the whole month of May is called Indian Heritage Month. Right? Very important is that we sit back and reflect on our ancestors having come here, and after 181 years, look at where we are. Okay? So it's very, very important. We have been doing Garu Puran Satsang on Thursday night, and I did mention about the kush grass. And some devotee, I can't remember who it is, brought this kush grass tonight. There's a kush grass and a metive grass, so you'll see the difference with it. Watch it good. We normally use the metive grass to offer tarpan and so on. But the metive is a family of the kush. It's really not the kush. The kush grass is really the needle grass. And that grass came from the body of Lord Vishnu. As I explained, when Lord Vishnu took the form of the wild boar, went down to the netherworlds, and when he leapt from that ocean coming out, and he shook his body, the bristles fell, and that became the kush grass. And the till came from the sweat of the body of Lord Vishnu. So what I'm saying is that Hinduism will adapt anywhere. Okay? But if there's a situation where we could get it, it's good to get it. Mr. Ramnayan from Mafikin, who is here, he always bring the original kush grass here coming to Peter Pak's time. Well, who here will get? Right? And many, many families have gotten it. I still have mine from the first time you brought, because you had to take care of it, and it will grow. Okay? So that grass is called the kush grass or the needle grass. The next one is the metive grass. But you know what has happened? You can't get Fred, you have to take Alfred. But you mustn't try always to prevent getting Fred and using Alfred all the time. If you could try and get the original thing, it's always better, because young ones growing up, they grow up to know metive is kush grass. Right? The elder ones will know kush grass is kush grass. So if you can get it, and we could ask Mr. Ramnayan to bring some for us, if he has, and that you can plant it and propagate it, so you'll have the correct thing home when time comes for Peter Paksha and so on. So devotees, once more, on this night of the occasion of Purnima Brat Katha, we are blessed to be here and to join in Purnima Katha as we come to the end of the month of Vaishak. So it's always recommended, having performed puja, we should listen to Bhagwan's Katha. So let us all humble ourselves in prayerful submission. Clasp your hands, close your eyes, and bow your heads. Look at that picture in front here. Mr. Ishwar has always put it up so our focus can be. This was the form of Lord Vishnu when Narad Muni went to the heavenly sphere, where he saw the Lord. Bhagwan was of a fair complexion with 4 hands. He had a beautiful crown. He had sung the Chakri Gada, Pajman Mala, and a beautiful mala made of the white lotus flowers. Lakshmi Mata was massaging his feet, and all the divinities surrounded the Lord, and they were praising him. Let us join in Bandana. Hari Om Ramasamulam Triyaloka Shakha Yukcharopatram Likitam Vidhata Falasadoyam Swadhayaneka Bhaju Rama Krishnam Bhaju Veda Veda Kararavinde Padaravindam Muraravinde Viniveshayantram Vatrasya Patrasya Puteshainam Balamukundam Shri Sanamami Namami Bhaktavatsalam Kripalushila Komalam Bhajami Te Padam Bhujam akaminam swadhaminam nikambasham sundaram bhavam bhunat mandiram prafulakanjalochanam madadidokamokshanam Shantakaram bhujagasainam padmanabham shuresham Vishwadharam gagana sadrisham meghavaranam subhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanainam yogi virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu bhaubhayharam sarvalokaikanaatham Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः प्रेम से बोलिए गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय विष्णु भगवान की जय सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय Sri Ved Vyasji, a sub-avatar of Lord Vishnu, documented the scriptures. And so in Sanatan Dharam we have so many. The 4 Vedas, 6 Shastras, 18 Purans, 108 Upanishads, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, Dharam Shastras, Smrutis and Smritis and so on. One of the 18 Purans is called Skanda Puran. And Vyasji Maharaj documented what happened at one time. Hari Om, let us hear what he says. 88,000 rishis assembled in a holy place in India called Naimisharana forest. They are making preparations to organize a Mahagyan Yagya, mainly to discourse on the fundamentals and principles of righteousness and how to help man in this troubled age of Kali Yuga. They know this age will bring a lot of trouble because it's not the first Kali Yuga we are living in. This is the 28th age of Kali Yuga. So the prophecies that are there for Kali Yuga is very, very true. So what happened is that, learning that a great yag was about to start, many spiritually inclined and religious personalities gravitated there, just as you gravitate here tonight. A master who came there was called Sri Suji Maharaj. Saunak was the head of the assembly of the sages, 88,000 in number. And when he learned that Suji Maharaj had arrived, he rose from his seat to go and welcome him, the highest mode of welcome. He brought him to sit. He washed his feet, wiped it. Just as the Chela did worship for me just now. He put chandan for him, mala, perfume, arti, all these things and so on. And then Saunakji asked Suji Maharaj, we would like you to take the high seat, this Singhasan. So Suji is on the Singhasan, Saunakji is sitting with the 88,000 and will pose questions to Suji Maharaj. The questions that were asked and the answers that were given is what is documented here. Now, Naimisharan Kshetra, it tells you in the scriptures, if you go there to do devotion, whatever be the purpose of your devotion, it will always have success. And that place where love develops in the heart for the feet of God, Naimisharan Kshetra, every day satsang goes on in that place. It don't stop. That is non-stop since then. So Vyasji Maharaj documented what he said when he wrote what he said. Hari Om Vyasaji Ubach Ekada Naimisharane Rishye Saunakardaya Prapanchamuniya Sarve Sutang Pauranikhang Kalo Rishye Ucho. One time in Naimisharan Kshetra, where these 88,000 rishis assembled for this yagya in that holy place there, Suji Maharaj came as welcomed by Saunak, worshipped and adored, and thereby asked to take the high seat. On behalf of the 88,000, Saunakji addressed questions to Suji. What he said, Hari Om, Bratina tapasaki va praptiya banchitang phalang tat sarvasro tumi chama katasvam mahamune. He said, Suji Maharaj, you are very knowledgeable of the scriptures and so on, right? You can tell the past, present, and future, also highly yogi and so on in this manner. This terrible age of Kali Yuga has come by. People will suffer too bad in this Kali Yuga. Do you know anything short, simple, and effective to help man? How man is going to suffer? We will bring karma from previous birth that we didn't finish to reap. You'll bring it here when you come in. When we reach here, instead of you stop making, we'll make more than what we bring. And what you bring adds up to what you make. Hence why it will hinder us in the progression of both spiritually and materially. Health-wise, luck-wise, all-wise, you're going to suffer in this world. Okay? And then what happened when you leave this mortal coil? You had to come back again and again and again. So Saunak is asking, do you know anything in Kali Yuga? Now, he had to be short, he had to be simple and effective, because man's attention span in Kali Yuga is very short. He gets fed up fast, he cannot concentrate for long. You know anything you could tell me to help the people upon this earth? So Suji Maharaj replied to him and said, Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Suji Ubach Naradi Naivesantishto Bhagwan Kamalapati Sudasya Thaivata Srenudvam Samahita. He said, let me tell you about an incident. These very same questions that you are posing me, Narad, the son of Brahma, had once gone to Lord Vishnu, and he put forward to the Lord the very questions you are posing to me. So I knew that that happened, it did occur. And I prefer to explain that situation because it's an event, it happened. What caused Narad to go by Bhagwan Vishnu? What discussion took place between both? And again, what was the end, the sum of it in this manner. So here he says, listen carefully. Hari Om. Ekada Narad ko yogi para anugraha kankshaya. Now he said Narad is the son of Brahma. He is a Maharishi, but he is blessed with the power of the Siddhas. And one of these power is that he could appear and disappear at will. That means you could be one place and you wish to be in another. You just vanish from there and appear in another place. Right? Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Paryat Vidhi Lok Mrityu Loke Mupagata. So Narad was traversing the terrestrial region from planet to planet when he decided to pay a visit to this planet Earth. So when Narad landed here on Earth, what happened? He was very happy because here we have God's creation in this galaxy, the Milky Way, right? How many of God's creation are there? Chaurasi lakh yoni, 8,400,000 species of lives. They fall in 4 categories called Andaj, Ukmaj, Pindaj, and Astravar. Lives that are born from wombs, marbles, of which we are the highest. Lives that are born from eggs. Lives that are sweat-born, microscopic, and otherwise, and the plant kingdom. Of the 8,400,000, Bare Bhagya Manusha Tanupava, the highest body in God's creation is this human. Nothing higher than this. Right? So Narad saw all of God's creation down here. And he was very happy when he saw us, the humans, as the highest. So he was happy at first, but when he looked at the human, he was taken aback. Why? He could see within. And what he was seeing, that the human was not happy. Right? Really what is going on? We just force happiness on our face with a smile, but it don't last long. Narad has the power to penetrate, and you know what he saw? He saw that by 99.9% of the humans on earth, they're smiling, but they're grinding. Pressure. Pressure outside, inside, left, right, center, up and down. Pressure. And Narad was taken aback. Well, why? If we are God's highest creature, why are we getting so much of pressure for? Where it is that lower creatures are living better than us. And I always draw the reference, you know. If you had to born back in this place, better you ask God to born back as a pet. The kind of treatment some of them pets get in. Think about it. Humans could never see that in their born life. Right? So Narad was wondering what causing that. Why the human is in such a situation when he should be the best off in front of all the others. So Nara decided he will investigate. The one power of the Siddha is that he could go back in your life and see all the different bodies you live in and all everything and what you do and what you do and what you went through and so on. Narada has the power to do that. So Narada decided to investigate, and look what he found out. Hari Om Tatu Dirtva Jana Sarve Nana Kaleshu Manvita Nana Yoni Se Utpana Pishmamashvesha Karmabhi. You know, Narada saw, we have been in various bodies before we come into this human. And when you come into this human, you just fall back in the lower bodies due to actions committed with this body. Everything is based on the logical law of the universe, the law of karma. We are the creators of our destiny. How you make your bed, so you will lie. What you plant, that is exactly what you're going to reap. Right? Narad saw devotees. And you see that we have evolved coming up the road until the Lord bless us with a human body. And how you mean evolve? That is jumping from body to body to body until you're blessed with a human. Now why is that? Those who attend the Garupuran sessions will note that the Garupuran explained, when you, depend on what sin you do, you just have to born back in a special body to pay for that sin. You do sin number 2, you had to be born back in a certain body to pay for that sin. Sin number 3, you had to born back in that body and you're going along like that. So this is where to pay out for those bad karmas. Narad saw, we take a body birth, live in it life and leave it death. You jump in the next body, birth, life, death. A next one, birth, life, death, and we go on. That is called the cycles of births and death, or reincarnation, or the transmigration of the soul, or metapsychosis, or what you call this bhausagar, the going and coming of the soul. Narad saw devotees that this soul keep moving from body to body to body. Shri Ram says in Ramayana, he tells the people of Ayodhya, very rare when he looks down on this earthly plane, and he see the soul which was in a human now fall into a lower species of life and beaten out karmas in different bodies. Mercy does come to his heart. And you know what the Lord does say? Let me give the soul another chance to come back as a human. He had all the bad experience and so on. It's like a little child gone by the fire and put his finger in the fire and gets burned and cry and bawl. You think the next time the child will put back his finger there? You hope not, right? So to Bhagwan they say, look, I've given you back. You suffer all these issues in different in the picture there, this Asan, you know, when you do the wrong, what body had to born back in and how you'll get tortured in hell and so on. Look it up there. Right? And so after beating out bodies from body to body to body, it says only when the mercy of the Lord is showered, good karma start to accumulate, you beaten out bad ones and so on. Right? And good luck, the Lord will say, look, I'm going to give you back an next chance to come back as a human. So it has dropped the body that you were in. Your karmas will combine with your parents' karma. You'll be born from ex-parents. At a particular time, in a particular house, in a particular street number, and all the things and so on. Nothing by guess or coincidence. Nothing by guess. And so the issue of union and seminal fluid, the human mother becomes pregnant. You see? But what happened, Narad saw, that when we come here, okay, what's our karmas that were there before and we didn't get to finish pay for them? Remnant karmas is good, two types, good and bad. The good will come and meet you here, it brings good results. But what can you think the bad will bring? It can't bring good. So Narad saw when we come here, agle janam ke kamai. That's why none of us knows what wrong we did in previous birth and what could happen to us in the next minute in life. Nobody knows that. Nobody. And you see it happen with people. Right? You have to hope and pray and wish for the best. So Narad saw, we bring those bad karmas with us here. And we had to pay for them. But that all Bringing them and paying for them is all right. What Narad saw, even more than what we bring, is we commit whilst we're here. How much wrong we just do with this body, think about it. How much wrong? And that adds up to what we bring, and we become the creator of our destiny. And that is the weight that we find upon us. Narad saw that seriously, you know. When we come here, we were supposed to stop making, pull up your handbrakes and mash your brakes down and stop making more bad karmas. But what we just do? We get entangled in the web of materialism, dominated by the sensuous pleasures of this illusionic world. And we commit karmas detrimental to us. We become responsible for them. Right? And that causes us to end up with torture throughout our lives. Now, you know what is the great thing? Listen, what is the great thing? We have 4 time spans: Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kalyug. You see this age called Satyug? Kalyug, sorry. Raja Parikshit was going to prevent this age from being established, you know. If you listen, when you listen to the Bhagavad. But Kalyug tell him, you have to let me prevail. He said, but why? He said, King, let me tell you something. You see, this age will be the worst age. You talk about trouble and problem and pressure, this is the age. But the age will be the best amongst the 4. In that, a man has a privilege where he could burn bad karmas, bringing from his previous birth, burning them out then. And whilst burning them, he could build good ones that will uplift his whole life. Man have the privilege in Kalyug to do that. And where did Kalyug tell him? Where is the easiest place to start? He said, you see this kind of environment they call satsang? Anywhere you organize with love to do God's prayers, to sing and chant His praises with a guileless heart and listen to His divine nature, that environment is magical in Kali Yuga. Very quickly, least when you expect it, a transformation will start to take place within you. Because the third eye will then open. The easiest place to get his third eye open is in satsang. You just come naturally and be part of it and you see what will happen over a period of time. Automatically, you stop looking with these 2 eyes and you start to see through the third eye. And when the third eye begins to open, then you're going to see the reality in life. And here devotees getting involved in any God-related activities. Now, only 2 things we are compelled to do with this body, you know. It's called par and upakar. What does it mean? Serve the Lord and His creation with a guileless heart. That's all you have to do. What it simply means, just do good whilst you could, when you could, as long as you could, and as much as you could. Do not sit down and wait for good to come to you to do it. Get up and look for avenues by which you could do good with this body. For the greatest treasure we have is time. How much time we have remaining, which none of us knows. And in Kali Yuga, in this type of environment, you have the privilege, you could burn bad karmas, build good ones. And the moment you start to get really seriously involved, you're going to see what you were missing out all the time. Everybody's striving towards happiness, right? Happiness is not in materialism. When you started to feel the happiness in this kind of environment, you just realize what you were missing out all the time. So in Kali Yuga, it tells you, Gita tells you, if you read Gita, practice Gita. Gita has the power to burn bad karmas and build one, good one. Any offering that is made in yajna and you partake of it, it has the power to burn bad karmas in us and build good one. Like what? The arti that is passed over you, the panchamrit that you accept, the prasad that is blessed, even the food that is cooked, all these things and so on, has the power to help to negate bad karmas and will cause you along to build good ones that you are going to help yourself. So Narad devotees was very concerned, you know. And what happened? Hari Om, Kenupaye Chaitishang, Dukanashwe Bhavedruam, Iti Sanchita Manasa Vishnu Loke Mekatastada. So when Narad saw the humans in this pitiful condition, he started to think, How can I help them? What can I do to relieve them? Narad could not find a solution. Lord Vishnu, Suji Maharaj telling the 88,000 rishis, Narad made a decision. He said, I am going to Bhagwan Vishnu and beg the Lord for something to help the people on earth. So with the speed of thought, he vanished from earth and he appeared in the heaven. And that's what you see in the picture there. What he saw, Tatra Narayan Shukulvaram Chaturbhujam Sanka Chakra Gada Pajman Mala Vibhushitam. Narad saw Bhagwan Vishnu relaxing on eternal Sipan Shesha with a fair complexion with 4 hands, the Sanka in one, the Chakra in the other. Sanka Chakra Gada, the mace in one, a lotus flower in one, and a beautiful mala made of the wild sylvan flowers garland the Lord. Mahalakshmi was massaging his feet, and all the divinities surrounded the Lord and they were praising him. So Narad joined that congregation and led them off in praises to Lord Vishnu. What Narad said, He Prabhu, Namoko Baramarasari Tarupaya Nanta Shaktiye Adhimantyahinaye Nirgunaye Gunatmane Sarve Shamadi Bhutai Bhaktamartine Nashine Srutva Stutrang Tato Vishnu Naradang Pratabhashata Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. Narad humbled himself and said, My Lord, I wish to offer praises to you. I wish I could offer the best prayer to you. The greatest prayer, I wish to offer it to you. But then I'm thinking, which prayer is the best prayer and the greatest prayer? Which one? You don't have none, really. We can't say this is the prayer. It could be a prayer. Because the Lord has no beginning, no middle, no end. So you can't say this is it. Even the Vedas, after talking about the Lord, they say, Neti, Neti, it is still not that, it is still not that. Shesha with 1,000 tongues fail. Right? Saraswati, the goddess of words, fail. All of them, the Vedas itself fail devotees. So Narad said, My Lord, you are beyond words. But you have a weakness. You know what is the Lord's weakness? The Lord cannot resist the temptation where true and pure love and devotion coming from the depths of the heart of a devotee to the Lord, Bhagwan just can't resist it. The Lord does stoop before that devotee, just as Mirabai, Tulsidas, Hanumanji, Surdas, and all the others. That true love coming from the depths of the heart, not from the lip or the throat. It had to come from the depths of the heart. With a man, vachan, karam se, with thoughts and words and deeds. I always say we just pray, and why we don't get through sometime. We don't have faith when we pray. Because we just pray, and when you don't pray, you say, oh, won't I God hear me? Then, you want God hear you. There are doubts. When you pray, you got to pray with the conviction that the Lord has heard your prayer, and the Lord will respond to it. The Dra Viswas, we got to have it. It might be, you see, the simplest of prayer. But you have to understand Kathas like in the Ramayana. Shabari tells Shri Ram, Lord, when you talk about low, you don't have anything lower than me. I'm the most dunce-head, the most uneducated, the most this, that, all them things and so on. Shri Ram said, hey, Bhamini, your good lady, wait. And you know what he did? He take her and he put her on a pedestal up there. She was the daughter of a wild tribe, devotees, right? And Shri Ram said to her, Shabari Ma, I put you on this pedestal up here. Her name is documented in the Ramayana, that Katha, that you are blessed with few people or creatures have it. And you know what he tell her? I only look for one thing in a devotee, right? You could be of the highest lineage, the most educated, the most good-looking, the most skillful, the most talented, the most of everything you could talk about. And if you don't have love for me in your heart, you come useless like a cloud without rain. Oh, Shabari, I look for one thing from a bhakta, that pure love and devotion which comes from the depth of the heart to my feet. Devi, you possess all of that. You are blessed with the 9 steps of that devotion called Navana Bhakti. And anybody following them as you did, they're going to reach me in the same like manner. We have to have that faith and belief. What I'm saying is that you might know only a simple prayer, but how you have to pray and believe, Mukhaṁ karoti vachalam pangulang yate girim yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madhavam. By your grace, O Lord, a crippled person will get up and run up a mountain, and a dumb person will begin to speak. Do we have that kind of faith? Tell me. Do you really have it? No, we just lack it. So he said, Prabhu, I know true devotion, pure devotion, coming from the heart of a devotee, you cannot resist the temptation of it. Lord Vishnu said, Narad, your words are very true. Your words are very, very true. You yourself are a great devotee of mine, right? And you are selfless in nature. You know, you just go around the universe and see if anything wrong and you could fix it, you fix it. When you can't, you come by me. But I could see on your face, Narad, something is bothering you. What is it? Tell me, oh devotee, what is it? Naradji bole ki, hey Prabhu. Naradji replied, hey Prabhu, mrityuloke janasarve nana kaleshu manvitat nana yoni se utpana panchati pap karma bhi. He said, Lord, I was going through the galaxy when I decided to pay a visit to planet Earth. When I came down here, I saw your creation here, the highest, the human. I was happy to behold them. But Lord, I was taken aback when I watched the human being, the kind of situation they find in themselves in. Right? Lower creatures living better than them. I decided to investigate, and what I found out, due to their karmas, they keep evolved, coming up the road from body to body to body until you bless them with the human. But Lord, the remnant karmas that were not finished reap. You see, we have to understand something. Srimad Bhagavad Purana explained, if it take 1 trillion years, you have to born back and pay for your karma. You have to born back. Except that in Kali Yuga we have a privilege, we could burn it. Right? But we have to make up our mind. You see, the Lord says, life is like a cricket match or a football match, you know. You have two teams, right, playing. You have to decide which team you want to play on. Bhagwan say, I just only stand up there as the referee and the umpire. Nothing else may take no side. Right? Which team you want to play on? The team of the sensuous pleasures of the world of materialism or the spiritual pathway? You decide. You have the ball in your court. But remember, you are the creator of your destiny. How you make your bed, so you will lie. It's very simple, very logical, and very realistic. Right? He said, Prabhu, when I came down here and I saw the situation, I was taken aback. I investigated, and what I found out, Nana yoni se utpana kishvanashme shakarmabhi. Due to karma, the soul keeps moving from body to body, beating out karmas until you bless them with the human. When they come here, they bring remnant karmas, come and meet them. And they get entangled in the Mayic world. They forget their true purpose. Now, what's the true purpose? You see, Bhagavad explained that in 7 months of pregnancy, right, the fetus is fully developed. And our soul is, the fetus is fully conscious. And the Lord does appear within the womb to remind us, I've given you a human birth. You have the privilege to reach back to me. And the Lord first brings back, what do you say, experiences, bad experiences that you had passed through. Look at all what you went through like a flash drive, you know. You want to go back and suffer in this way again? We always wring our ears and make a promise, Lord, not me, no, no, no. You give me a chance to born, and I am going to serve you from birth to death. Every human makes that promise. When we born here, we get entangled in the web of materialism. We forget the promise, and it's like a train running off the track, so we keep running off the track. That's why environments like these are very important to keep reminding ourselves of our purpose here. He said, Lord, I could not help them, hence I've come to you, Lord. I beg you, help the people on earth. Right? Help them on earth, I beg of you. Hari Om Bhagavana Vatsalam Mama Pujitam. Narada, the Lord see Narada, very selfless and nitya, begging for us. He said, Narada, I will tell you a great secret of mine. Hari Om Bratas Hari Om Siddhi Bhagavana Vatsalam. Hari Om Yat Kritva Muchate Musinushko Vadamite. Hari Om Siddhi Vratasmin Ko Mahapunyang Swarga Mrityu Se Dulabham. There is a vrat. If this vrat is performed, man will get quick relief from his troubles. A vrat is a fast that leads up to the worship. How you call it? Siddhi Satyanarayan Swayang Vratang Samyako Bidhanata. It is called the Siddhi Satyanarayan Vrat Katha. Performing it as prescribed. Kritva Sadya Sukang Bhutva Parachmuk Anuyat. Very quickly, happiness will come to you. You'll be relieved of suffocations and all these things and so on. You will begin to elevate yourself spiritually and materially, that when the time comes to leave this world, you can get oneness with the Lord. Hearing this, devotees, Narada was very happy. But he questioned the Lord for further details, especially where the merits are concerned. And Lord Vishnu said, listen, I'll tell you. Bhagwan Vishnu bole, dukkha shokadi shamko dhanya dhanya ko pravardhanam. By performing this vrat, dukkha's troubles will go away from your life. Shok's mental stress or worries will disappear. Dhanya's material wealth will come into your life. You can live happy. Pravardhanam, as you live, you're going to have progress in your life. Saubhagya santikarang sarvat vijaya pradam. Any mission you undertake, you'll have success in it. If a couple is not blessed to have offspring, they can beget offspring. It will cause your third eye to open for the light of knowledge to dawn, dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Control will come over your senses of perception and organs of action, and a transformation will take place within your very own self. He said, Narad, Yasmin kasvide mrityu bhakti saraman vitat. Any day you can do this puja once there's love in your heart. Sayankal means evening, getting to the night is the best time. Well, conveniently we do it all time of the day and so on. Okay? Once there is bhakti, love and devotion. On the full moon night, added merits are gained, especially where community is concerned. You see, doing this puja in this temple on the Purnima, the whole Asani Randi bless. Anytime you stop doing it, all the vibrations withdraw. And that's why long ago each community used to have this full moon katha. Satya Narayan Devini Chaiva Nishamukhe. There is an order of worship that we have performed. Brahmano Bandesrang Saitang Dharma Tatpara. If you can bless, you have holy Brahmanas and so on. You invite them, sadhu, friends, relatives, neighbors and so on, to come and join with us in this puja as we do here tonight. Naivedyam bhakti dutatang sampabuchpamam. Everything you have to prepare, everything you have to gather, everything you have to organize must be with the purest of love and devotion. Do you know that a great part of the prayers is the sacrifice you make with this physical body? Today we depend on it now all the time, eh? You now go fix this, you go bring the flowers, and you go bring the leaf, and you bring this, and you bring that, and bring that. And you just sit on quiet, and you do one thing. How much effort you put out with this physical body does have a lot to do with it. I always tell my judgment before we start puja, the puja, what I tell him is that this puja again began, it didn't begin in now, you know. From the moment you put the date, your sanction, your sankalap, you're going to have puja, your prayer start. Mentally, you're going to be focusing on it. All your recent organization, preparation, all of that is a major part of it. It climaxes and concludes by the Bedi here. So the judgment's input carries more than 75% of it, if you look at it. He said, Ramba palanko kritang chirango dumasyu karmaham. You must have bananas. Ghee is called ghee. Shirang is milk. Dahi is dahi. You must have that. Abhavi shalika churan me shakra me gudastatahe. As root is favorite to Hanuman, Panjiri is favorite to Lord Satyanarayan, the ground rice. Samparek sarveshamani chainini kritya nivedita. Preparing it with love. You offer it with love as our devotees did this evening. Viprai dakshina data katang surudvai janai saha. If there are holy Brahmanas, only when the Brahmana, the yag will complete. You worship them, give them dakshina and so on. You see what I was telling you? We'll be blessed to have Lalan here while she's there. Lalan is there. Lalan in her home right now. We do wish him a quick recovery and be back with us. We expect to be out by the 9th of June. So one day you're there and the next day you're not there. That's why you take advantage. Worship him, adore him. It's mentioned here. While you could give and do. Right? And one should listen to the Katha as I'm reading it. Tatakshabandu bi sadbi prakshi pratibhojayet. Meals should be prepared and you feed the people you invite. Without food, yag is incomplete. It becomes stomach sick. And this is Indian arrival month we come into, especially younger ones must note. When we are preparing food for prayers, nobody has the food. Food is not tasted, like when you're watching, when they're cooking on the TV. Right? You'll cook for X amount of people, but no food is jutha. And when you sit down to eat, everything perfect. Do you not have ashrams in India feed 60, 70,000 people every day free? Free, I'm telling you about. And no food is jutha there also. Everything is so clean and hygienic and scientific and so on there. And it's really a marvel to see how they do it. 60, 70,000 people per day. Okay? So the more there's no gift you could give greater than the gift of food. Whatever be it, you offer food to your devotees. Prasadang bhrakshyanitya gita rangchare. Puja finishes, you should relax and enjoy the evening in devotion. Beautiful bhajans and all these things, a long time still have. You see, long time this puja will be done. It will start in evening time, Sayankal. And it will go on whole night till the next morning. Right? Because they'll read the book with the 7th here. And every time you don't read one chapter, they will have a few bhajans and so on. Right? It's an arrival month. Those days, they have, you call it kanjiri. You know, is that kanjiri? Huh? A kanjiri is something like how you call it tambourine. Huh? The wrong thing is shake sooner. But that is covered with the skin of the mat. And they will play that and they sing it. Aise khabare Ram Bhakta Hitakari. Aise khabare Ram Bhakta Hitakari. And I say, Sadhwa bhajan you're talking about it? I take all 15 minutes to sing one bhajan alone. Then they read the next Adhya Katha again, and then you go have the next one again. And then you go on like that. So they will finish in morning, that when the sun coming out, then they'll get up, right, put up the jandi, come back and do Havan and close. So people stop coming. From whole night it come down to about 12 in the midnight. From 12 in the midnight they start to cut down, people ain't come in. Until they end up with 7 to 9. And even that we cut it down to. You see? So long ago, it's good to note, even the Satnarayan Brat Katha in his 60s and 70s was the greatest thing on this earth, you know. When you're doing this puja, you must have, you see this bamboo jhanki, and Ramlal is going to look for the nice shiny bamboo. You must have a fig tree, Navgraha Jandi. And a chanani is important, right? We substitute that chanani today with a piece of cloth you just tie on top. But a real chanani is one up there. You put up the mango leaf to run. Put up, you call it, decorations, fruits and all these things and so on. And the puja will be kept under there. This is how originally it used to be. Some devotees, they try to practice it back so that younger ones could see. Okay? So he said here again what happened. Having thus, with love and devotion, prepare and perform this katha. He said, Narad, evam krite manushanang bangsha siddhi bhavedram. Whatever be the desire of that devotee's heart, I will fulfill it personally, Vishnu Bhagwan said. For Narad Vishesh Kal Yug Mela Gupai is the Bhuta Lekhai. In this Kal Yug on this planet Earth, it will have anything shorter, no more meritorious than this Satnarayan Brat Katha. Bhagwan Vishnu gave Narad the Satnarayan Katha for us. And Shri Ram, when he was leaving this earthly plane, he gave Hanuman instructions to remain here. He tell him, I want you as long as the sun comes out on the morning, the moon, the stars, and the luminaries at the end of the night, and humans are here remain. And anyone who will worship you and adore you, take away all their troubles and problems and fulfill the desire of their heart. 181 years ago, when our forefathers came, the earliest opportunity they get to do a puja was a root. And what is a root? A Hanuman puja, or a Jhandi it was called. And when the night will come, either Tuesday or Saturday, they will do the Katha in the night. If it's a weekend, like on the next day, Sunday, they will do Surya Narayan, worship to the sun. These were all the prayers used to be done. All the others came in after. All pujas are great. But in Kali Yuga, the two that stands out, Hanuman and Satnarayan, or Jhandi and Katha, or Root and Katha. When you worship Hanuman, you don't worship him alone. He has opened his chest in Ayodhya, and the audience saw Ram, Lakshman, and Sita. So when you worship Hanuman, you'll be worshiping Vishnu Bhagavan as Sri Ram. Sita as Lakshmi and Lakshman as Shisha. That's why in Kali Yuga it tells you to Aur Devata Chitana Dharahi Hanumata Sei Sarva Sukha Karahi. You don't have to do 10 and 12 pujas. Focus on Hanuman Baba, and he will lead you straight directly to Vishnu Bhagavan. Here devotees, in this Katha it shows us, we have a way. You could burn bad karmas. You could begin to build good ones. You want to live happy here. You want to elevate yourself as you live along. And you want to prepare that when the time comes to leave, that you could get oneness with God, our ultimate goal. The Katha shows us you'll be blessed with dhan. Dhan is material wealth. When you have a family, you've got to have wealth. You cannot live without that. Right? Missions that you embark on, you'll always have success in them and so on. And you will see happiness will come to be practiced by all, which is derived from one great quality that is called santosham, or contentment in life. Happiness is not in how much there is, but in being a contented soul in this manner. And gradually you will see the elevation will start to take place. Just as the other chapters gives a testimony, as Satanan Brahman, who had done the puja, right? He did this puja, he had to beg for a living. Do you know who he was born back as? Sudama, the great friend of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna blessed him with a palace overnight. The woodcutter Lakrihara, who saw the puja and asked Satanan to do it for him, he was born back as the ferryman who is Guha, the chief of the Nishads, that ferried Lord Rama over the Ganges River when the Lord was going in exile. He had the privilege to wash the Lord's feet and all these things and so on. You had Sadhu Baniya, could not have had children and so on. Our king was doing this puja, the king gave him parasad to carry home for his wife. She became pregnant and had a beautiful girl child, Kalavati. But he lied, he overlied. And he promised to do the prayers, he couldn't do it. He suffered immensely for it. In the end, devotees, he was rewarded. He was born as who? Murdhwaj Raja, where they allow him to saw his body in half and give it to charity. Okay? So you have all these other ones who did the prayers, devotees. Testimony is given here to show the elevation, the blessings that he had received through the blessing of Bhagavan Satya Narayan. Right? To me, it is the greatest thing on this earth. And on this full moon night, when it's done, the whole community become blessed. Why I want to mention this, we are in the month of May, Indian Heritage Month. Let us go back and see 181 years ago. When our forefathers came here, right, they were quarantined on Nelson Island after traveling for 100 days on a ship that depended on the wind. How many died? How many were thrown overboard? How many again sick, disease, all kind of thing and so on. And they were quarantined on Nelson Island, then brought across here to be allocated to the various plantations. They stayed in the very same barracks the African slaves stayed in. They had no secrecy in them. Could imagine the condition of those barracks and all these things and so on. Right? But they came with an intention, they're going to better themselves. And that is where we must be looking at, younger ones. Your forefathers didn't look back. They decided to go forward. And by marching forward, this is where we are today. Because of them. Hence why it's important to reflect seriously at this month of Indian Heritage Month. The toil, the tribulations, the only thing the forefathers went through that we are benefiting from today. One of the things you must do for this month of May, visit the Indian Caribbean Museum in Karapichaima. Don't go alone, carry a family when you go in. You will see how, you'll be, how you call it, marveled to see what the artifacts and all these things that are there. They have refurbished it recently. Take that opportunity and visit it. So devotees, when they had gotten that early opportunity, I don't know when, it was that time or after they finished a ship or when. Okay? They would have gotten a plot of land somewhere, clear a piece, put up a car shed, buy it wrong with a dirt wall, leap the floor, and they should assemble there for the Satnarayan Katha, the full moon Katha in villages used to have that. Because most of our forefathers came from UP, state of Bihar and so on, and this custom was done up there. On the full moon night, they will gather to us to carry out Satnarayan Katha, or full moon Katha. Do you know Dalpuri came from Bihar? The forefathers brought that there. He came from there too, you know. Look how long this happened, this there. And the same Kutiyas, as they elevated themselves, what they did, they transformed them into structures. A little better off. From Car, they went to galvanize, and from probably wrong wood, they went to square wood, you know, you name it and so on. And this is today where we are, that most of these Kutiyas have been transformed into the beautiful temples that we have today. And as an example of it, Sanagar Hindu Temple was once called the Kutiya School here. Sanigrani Hindu School started here. And plenty of them who went to school, who are here, they will tell you, they used to call it in those days the Kutiya School. The Kutiya School. The entrance used to be in front there. The young ones are going to know that, right? And from the Kutiya School and the Kutiya, look at where it is. Watch where we are today, 181 years afterwards. So like our forefathers did, we must continue. Keep moving forward and upward in life. Children should always do better than what their parents reach and how far they reach, right? You have to do less than them or be backward before them and so on. You're supposed to be moving forward. Your parents reach here, you should try and reach over there. Every generation should be like this. All right? Keep moving forward. There are opportunities. Education is very important. Very, very important. It takes one out of frustration and sufferation. And you have so much avenues today you could educate yourself. You don't waste time, especially our youthful ones. Take advantage. Better yourself. When you're better off, you could better take care of your family and provide for them and so on. The forefathers made that sacrifice that we benefit from today. It was hard in those days, who grew up in long time days, right? You tell a child today you went to school barefoot. The eyes watching you big so. Barefoot, you walk to school barefoot? Today if you see that child walking the road, it's 4x4, is this vehicle and that Benz and that carrying children school today. Think about it. Look at where we reach. So you continue to keep moving forward in life. May the blessings of Bhagwan Satyanarayan be upon us all. Continue to bless us. And again, take it seriously for this month of May and do some little research. Talk to old people and so on in the village and all these things. Find out where they had barracks. They came afterwards in the latter part to work on the cocoa estates and so on. Because cocoa was in high demand also in Europe. The best cocoa was produced in Trinidad. So plenty of them came to work on the sugar belt is one, but some gravitated to the cocoa estates, coffee estates, banana and so on. Okay? Hari Om Iti Sri Skanda Purane Reva Khande Shri Satyanarayan Brat Katha Pratamo Adhyay Samapti Bolo Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om 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 Shri Satyanarayan Bhagavan प्रेम से बोलिए सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय. So we thank you all very much again for gracing us with your presence this evening. Gian, it's so nice to see the whole family here. All right. Darby, it's nice to see all you too. Okay, and devotees who have come from far and near. But we really want to thank tonight once more Sharon and Rishi for sitting as fruiters and for contributing all the issues tonight. Bhagwan continue to bless you both. All right? So we'll have a Havan at this time. Mr. Ramlal. Ramlal. Oh, let's sing one again.
मैं एक नंदा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़ी बलवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो. मैं एक नंदा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़े बलवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो. मैं एक नंदा सा. मैंने सुनाए तुमने यहाँ पे लाखों से दुख ताले, मेरा दुख भी टले तो जनों सजनों चक्र सुधरे शन वाले. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मुझ पे धरो कुछ ध्यान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो. मैं एक नंदा सा. तुम हो दयालु अपने समझ के मैंने आज पुकारा, मुझे निर्बल से हाथ पकड़ लो, दे दो नाथ सहारा. मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, मैं भी तुम्हारी संतान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो. मैं एक नन्हा सा. मैं आया हूँ आज तुम्हारी द्वार पे आस लगा जतन करो प्रभु सक्ष तो आज न आए। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, बिगड़ी बना दो भगवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। मैं एक नन्हा सा, मैं एक छोटा सा बच्चा हूँ, तुम हो बड़ी बलवान प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो। प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो, 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 प्रभु जी मेरी लाज रखो।
Narayan Bhagavan ki jai. Let us stand please as we join in Purnahuti and Arti. Hold us please, right. Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadai Purnameva Vasishtate Swaha. Water. Saravapa Parang Dibyam Gangyang Nirmalang Jalang Agnidev Achmanyam Prati Grihitam. Bow to the fire. Right. Okay, we join Narti. Om Yani Kani Chapapani Janamantar Gretani Tatani Tani Vinashanti Pradakshina Pari Pari Deepanam. He Satyanarayan Swami Hamare Dukha Haro Veera Paar Karo
प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो, मेरा पार करो। प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो।
तुमको देवतया के सागर अब उद्धार करो मेरा पार करो।
प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो, मेरा पार करो। प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो।
अजर अमर अविचर अविनाशी घट घट के पासी
प्रभु जी
घट घट के पासी जन्म जन्म से तुम्हारे दर्श की अखिया
है प्यासी।
ओ प्रभु जी अखिया है प्यासी। सत्य सनातन परम ब्रह्म पर हम पर कृपा करो मेरा पार करो। प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो। हे सत्यनारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो
मेरा पार करो। प्रभु जी मेरा पार करो।
सतानंद ब्राह्मण की प्रभु जी तुम्हारे कष्ट हरे।
प्रभु जी तुम्हारी कष्ट हरी।
लकड़ी हारा भिल के तुम्हारे कारज सिद्ध करे।
प्रभु जी कारज सिद्ध
ध्यान धरो, बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी,
बेड़ा पार करो। हे सत्य नारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी, बेड़ा पार करो।
साधु वैश्य के बंधन काटे, सुख सब पति दीजिए प्रभु जी,
सुख संपत्ति दीजिए।
कुल का मुख राजा पर तुमने कारज सिद्ध करे,
प्रभु जी कारज सिद्ध करे।
पूरे भले हम तुम्हारे स्वामी, बिना अति ध्यान धरो,
बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी, बेड़ा पार करो। हे सत्य नारायण स्वामी हमारे दुख हरो, बेड़ा पार करो प्रभु जी, बेड़ा पार करो।
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी, जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश
हरे।
जो ध्यावे फल पावे, और दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी,
दुख बिन से मन का।
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे,
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
माता पिता तुम मेरे, और शरण गहु मैं किसकी स्वामी,
शरण कहूँ मैं किसकी। तुम बिन और न दूजा, तुम बिन और न दूजा, आश करो किसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम जय
जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय। We humble ourselves in prayerful submission as we surrender ourselves to the feet of Prabhu as we chant our universal prayer. Tvameva mata cha pita, tvameva, tvameva bandhu cha sakha, tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam, tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om shanti 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 hari om। प्रेम से बोलिए सत्य नारायण स्वामी की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय, आदिशक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय, साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय जय जय, सीताराम. आपकी आसन लीजिए. Kindly take your seats. But for a few minutes, take out your rings, loose it out, take flowers with it. As we join in puja, we ask the Lord that today, Prabhu, we have been blessed by your grace to sit in this holy shrine and to join in full moon Katha tonight. But again, we are normal humans, we are not perfect. If we are not perfect, there's a possibility of negativities or mistakes or whatsoever. If during the course of puja there were any as such, we seek forgiveness. Lead us from darkness to light, ignorance to knowledge, and truth to truth, and death to immortality. Take flowers, eh? For Lord, you are the Father, we are the children, you are the Master, we are the servants, you are the Lord, we are the worshippers. Daya karo, please have mercy upon us. Raksha karo, please save, guide, and protect us. Chama karo, and forgive us, we beg. Hari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardhanam Yar Pujitam Yadevo Paripuranatastame Papoham Papa Karmaham Papatma Papsham Bhutrahimam Pundrekaksham Sarva Paparohari Yantu Deva Gana Sarve Puja Madaya Mamakim Ishtakam Prasidhyartha Punaragamanaya Cha Avahayami na janami visarjanam puja vidhi na janami chamasvatva parameshwaram Ganapati girija bridabhatvajam chanamukho nanadi mukadhima dhima manujamal trishulam mrigasvacham pratidinam kushalam jai mangalam Pratidinam kushalam jai mangalam Rigveda Durved Samveda Tharvana Charuveda Kalyan Asirvar Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garurvajam Mangalam Pundrekaksham Mangalayatanu Hari Sarvadevi Shanti Sarvadevata Shanti Pradhandev Kalashdev Agnidev Hari Om Shanti, Hari Om Shanti, Hari Om Shanti. Siddhi Brahmanarpan Mastu, Siddhi Vishnuve Namaha, Siddhi Vishnuve Namaha, Siddhi Vishnuve Namaha. Offer your flowers and bow down. So devotees on behalf of Rishi and M. Sharon, after receiving prasad, Arti, Panchamrit Prasad, meals are prepared. Please make sure and receive. Take Arti. Ikaw Panchamrit, Alvitaranam, Saravapapinaye, Bhagavan Panchamriti, Kavya Kamparistu.
भय